Welcome back to Derby Date Night, weekend tournament edition. So weekend getaway Derby Date Night.
Yes.
You are here with Aria Kidding Me and
Melody Mayhem. I just did some finger guns.
Finger guns. Melody Mayhem with the finger guns. And you are joining us for the cream of the crop tournament bracket, where we have Lansing playing their second game today after winning a game this morning, playing Rock, who is playing their second game after winning their game this morning.
Right, and we are into gameplay. We have Sarah Sasson jamming for Lansing, and getting right out in lead for Rock is 4-1-2.
Battle Scar.
Thank you. Sarah Sasson got recycled to the back and so is still fighting to make their way out of the pack.
Battle Scar re-entering the pack and engaging with the blockers, getting pushed out to the inside and being forced to recycle.
And that's going to be a power jam for Rock as Sarah Sasson goes to the box for penalty box for a forearm.
Battle Scar is through and will be coming around and trying to take advantage of this power jam. A little bit of a dust up, and we will be pausing shortly for an injury timeout. And we are back.
We are back.
That's all I have to say about that, I guess.
Well, I thought you were going to say a little bit more, and then I spaced out. So yeah, so you're back, and we're rocking and we're rolling. And
with Rock, Roller Girls of Central Kentucky, and Lansing. Okay, that was corny, but this is the weekend of corny.
No, I loved it. I didn't even realize that I said it because I was just saying that we were rocking and rolling. It looks like both jammers are sitting in the penalty box.
Oh, that is absolutely correct. Why do we have two jammers in the penalty box? We cannot. Can we start a jam that way?
Yes.
Okay, tell me how. Tell me more.
Because the penalty can be assessed after the jam and then go to the box. So what's going to happen, since they both are starting in the box, they're both going to get released at the same time, but they have the penalty, so they have to serve the penalty. And because they're jammers, you do the jammer swap. So a jammer swap, so let's say jammer A is sitting in the penalty box and jammer B gets a penalty, they come back in and they do the jammer swappy thing, but because they both have to serve a penalty, they both start in it and they'll both get released at the same time. So they're not both going to sit for 30 seconds.
Got it.
But I don't know why they're in the penalty box.
No, neither do I. Sometimes people come and tell us, but sometimes they don't, and
Correct.
It's just up to us to guess.
Yep.
The injured skater, I'm not sure what team they were on, but they are okay, and they were able to return back to their bench. We are extra cautious here with any sort of injuries, and we do have always two medics on site to be able to respond within moments to any sort of injury, and we take anything that looks like an injury, even just a little bit, very seriously.
Yes.
So with that being said, and I see refs continuing to talk, my favorite thing, which I have to say during at least once during every game, is looking at the dazzle in their natural habitat. A group of zebras is called a dazzle. So we have groups of referees, and we get to see the dazzle doing what they do best.
I'd like to come up with a different, I do like the zebras and the dazzle. So NSOs used to wear pink polos,
NSOs.
And so they were the flamingos. So we had the dazzle, and I don't even remember what a group of flamingos is called. But now that NSOs have gone to black,
They're not.
tops.
Are they a flock?
Oh, that might be
Because they're birds.
They're birds. Yeah. But so like we have an unofficial, like we don't have like an unofficial mascot for the NSOs like we used to.
We can still go with flamingo. Okay, Richie, look at us. I'm hoping that the head ref will look at us. A flamboyance, that's what it is.
Of course it's extra with flamingos, the flamboyance of flamingos. You know, I'd like to get some information, but also at this point I'm all like, yep,
let's get back to the Derby.
Let's just go. And like I know our viewers want that information too, but let's just get back to the Derby. Mostly because I'm a stickler for a timeline.
Okay, Sarah Sasson is standing in the penalty box for Lansing, and who was that jammer for Battle Scar is sitting for Rock.
So maybe
So
they
we'll see
are
what
getting
happens.
released at the same time. I also didn't. There was
Sarah Assassin's going, and Battlescar is going to serve the penalty. So this will be a power jam for Sarah Assassin.
I remember Sarah Assassin got a penalty, and Sarah Assassin is through for lead jammer. Sarah Assassin, she got a penalty, and then so at the end of the jam, the rock jammer must have gotten a penalty.
Okay.
And Sarah Assassin was still sitting until it was time to go.
And since you leave when the other jammer comes in, that's why Sarah Assassin got
Could
to
not
come
leave.
out.
Yep.
Okay. So
All right.
in this power jam, Sarah Assassin just needs to make it past one more rock skater.
Oh, but blocker 6-3-1-3 for
Chad.
rock knocks Sarah Assassin out on the outside. That was a good block.
By Chad. I love the name Chad.
It's just Chad?
It's just Chad.
Love it.
Ooh.
Ooh, hard hit. Okay, and Sarah Assassin is through for 4 points with the rock jammer coming out of the penalty box, trying to book it around on their initial pass.
That's Battlescar.
Battlescar.
Battle. Right?
Yep. Sorry, the question mark was Battlescar.
Is it Bettle or Battle? It looks like it's spelled Bettle, but
Bettle. Sorry, I didn't see.
but I
I
don't
was
know
going.
how it said.
Now looking at it, it looks like it's Bettle.
Someone in the chat usually will tell us.
Yes. Sarah Assassin is through for another 4 points.
And Battlescar is also through for 4 points.
No, they're through on their initial.
Oh, that was their initial.
Yes.
Okay,
So
score
now
is
they're coming
currently
up.
Lansing 8 and Rock 6.
The box is clear, so we have all our skaters coming back on the track. Sarah Assassin is through for 4 points and calls the jam off. That's 12 points for Lansing on that jam, so that brings them to
12.
To 12. Sorry, I'm watching some Lansing skaters that collided with each other doing something, and so it looks like everybody's okay. And
Isn't announcing hard when you get distracted by watching things while you're talking?
I know, and I feel like I'm in front of my class and like somebody does something at their seat and I'm like, what are you doing? But I'm still trying to give directions or sing a song or do something, and I just have to stop.
Oh, with suggestion from the chat on what we call the NSOs, since they all wear black, we could have them be crows, and they could be a murder of crows. Actually,
love it.
crows are so smart. Did you know that in New York City, they will put the nuts under the tires of cars that are about to go, that are stopped at a stoplight, and they know the sounds from the stoplights to know which cars are going to go?
Oh, that's
Okay.
smart. So for
Random
Rock,
fact.
Yeah, I loved it. Rock 626 is the lead jammer and got out for lead, but Lansing's 1-8 caught up quickly and Rock called off the jam for no points scored. The score is currently Lansing 12, Rock 6.
All right, and I'm hearing from the chat that we are correct. It is Bettle because her last name is Bettle. And in other fantastic information, Chad is just Chad because she's a Chad on the track. And we used to have a coach named Chad, so we know exactly what that means when you say that she's a Chad.
Wait. Okay, so I think
Like-
about our Hawker, but like, is
Tony
there?
Hawker, his real name is Chad.
I know it. I know that, but like, is there something associated with the name Chad?
Yeah, kind of like Josh, which is my husband's real name.
Yes.
But like they just are, yes. The chat will support us. Anyway.
You're going to have to explain that to me later. So Rock is through for lead jammer and now has scored, outscoring 4 points, and
Yes.
that is 8-6.
And we'll call off the jam. Before Fox and Mad, who was the jammer for Lansing, can come around and score any points.
Woo! This is the best.
I'm glad you're having fun. I'm having fun too. All right, score currently Lansing 12, Rock 10.
I think it helps that we don't actually see anybody that we're talking to. We're just kind of talking to each other and having a conversation. So, yeah. And I guess if you don't like it, you could just watch without the sound. I mean,
Melody? There is no scoreboard. They have to listen to us for this game.
Rock is through for
Anyway.
lead jammer. That is 4-1-2, and Lansing's 4.
That's
Slam Cakes
Battlescar and Slam Cake.
is through. Listen, I just tell it how it is.
All right,
Coming
Battlescar
up-
about 3 seconds ahead of Slam Cakes is going to call the jam, but that was a late call off there. Slam
was.
Cakes trying to steal points was not able to, which means we might have a lead change.
No, there was no points
No
scored
points
at all.
scored.
So it is 12 points Lansing, 10 points Rock. In my positioning, I might also have called, I would have argued for a skating out of bounds on the jammer.
I love announcing
there
with a
was
ref.
no contact before they went out, at least what I could see. So I could be wrong. Maybe there was a little contact. So don't come at me, people.
I love your ref perspective.
Okay, Sarah Sasson is jamming for Lansing and got hit out and recycled on the outside for Rock. I cannot quite see their numbers, but they have rainbow stripe shorts, so hopefully that'll help me remember that it is 8-9.
Multipass. And Multipass did not jam in the last game, so Multipass is a new jammer for Rock.
I love people that can just kind of do it all. I prefer not to block, but apparently I've been told that I decently block when I star pass.
Multipass calling off the jam before Sarah Sasson. Oh, Sarah Sasson stole a point, I think.
2 points.
2 points.
2 points.
Which means Lansing's at 14 and Rock is at 13.
So it's a 1 point game. I hope this is another, if this is another good one.
You were planning on only announcing the first half. We'll see what happens.
Listen, I might just go get my gear and come back.
I love that idea. Without our technical score being as part of the stream, it is nice to have a second person helping out.
All right, jam is on, and tipping toeing on the outside for Lansing for lead jammer is 1-8, but Oh,
I'm hearing Multipass did jam in the last game. I must just not remember that.
Multipass is out for jammer. Sorry, you can't see the look on my face, and I'm kind of confused. The Lansing jammer, I missed them being assessed a penalty, and so they are sitting in the box. And the Rock jammer has now been assessed a penalty.
That is Multipass.
And
we're gonna do a jammer
signal,
switch.
so yeah, we're gonna do a jammer switcheroo.
Jamming for Lansing. I believe that's Herderino.
Yes, 18. Herderino is back out and is on their initial pass.
And I know you and I both are Murderinos, so I know we both really enjoy
I do
Herderino's
like that. When I
derby
heard
name.
that, I was like, is somebody's derby named Derberino? Because I didn't hear the hurt. Okay, we've got a cut track going for a Lansing blocker. That's 7-4. Ooh, a nice hit out by the Rock blocker, 8-6.
Newcomb.
On Herderino.
Who we saw jam quite a bit in the last game.
Gotcha. And we have the Rock jammer coming back out of the penalty box on their initial. No, I think they're on a scoring pass.
Practically going through untouched on that inside line.
With a little hop for 4 points.
Multipass finding some space on the outside, able to get out as well.
Herderino made it way through for 4 points.
Currently at Lansing 18, Rock 17.
Rock is through for another 4.
21-18. Now it's Rock's lead.
Hey, you're doing math. Okay.
Ooh, big hit.
Okay. It's another 4 points for Rock.
That was 22 Jarmageddon with that big hit for Lansing, but Multipass was able to get through that and was able to score 4 points on that pass.
Herderino also scored 4 points. So we do have looks like we have a lead change. That's Rock with 25 and Lansing with 22. And we are in a timeout. I say it like a question because it's just a timeout I see from the jam timer. I was not sure if it was an official timeout.
Rock 25, Lansing. What was Lansing's
22.
score? 22.
And it looks like we have 20 minutes left in the first half.
Is this an official review or a timeout?
It's just a timeout.
Okay. Even though we have coaches in the middle? Are you sure?
I'm not 100% sure, but I am looking at Tweety Bird, the jam timer, and they're giving just a T. They're not giving an O.
Oh.
So, fun facts.
Fun facts that I should know as a former coach, and I don't.
Listen, when you don't do it it's like riding a bike. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Right.
I don't know why I said like riding a bike. But
did you know that roller skates, it's not like if you use it, you lose it? Because when I first started derby, I was like, I used to skate all the time as a teenager. I started derby, and I was like, this is not like riding a bike.
Listen, this is where we differ, because for me, like, putting on the skates was like riding a bike.
SSDGM, Melissa. There's more Murderinos in the chat.
More Derby-rinos. Yeah.
Those of you who don't know what we're talking about, if you've ever heard about true crime podcasts, some of us really like them.
Yes. And if you're interested in it, it is, oh my gosh, My Favorite Murder. Woo!
My Favorite Murder on Apple Podcasts. And Spotify, probably.
You can find it anywhere with podcasts, but like they're not by Apple. They have their own company. Sorry, I just listened.
On app? Okay.
Yeah.
Just find them. They're a podcast. You know where to find podcasts.
Yeah. I even have a sticker on my helmet that says skate sexy and don't get murdered. My derby wife got me that.
Rock establishing lead jammer.
And that is for 412.
Battlescar.
Battlescar. Love it. And number 4, Slam Cakes.
Slam Cakes.
Is jamming for Lansing. Battlescar is in the packs on her first scoring pass.
A blocker from Lansing is headed to the penalty box, and she knew as soon as she did it, her face when she looked at her teammate, she was like, oh no, and she knew and immediately was like, I think she may have even almost sent herself to the penalty box.
Yeah, that was very nice work by Battlescar when she got through for 4 points, doing a little turn on the inside, but called it, and Slam Cakes was also able to get 4 points.
Rock is at 29, Lansing 25. 26, 25.
5.
This is going to be another close game, I can tell.
Lansing is calling a timeout. I think they were doing that because a jammer had not been yet on the track. So they did not want to get a delay of game call. It's not fun when you have to use that as a timeout, but, it's a good...
If you realize you don't have it, you're going to be like, ooh, I should probably call a timeout so I can make sure all of the skaters
that way your captain does not get a penalty for a delay of game.
And Lansing does have a blocker in the penalty box right now, so they will be starting down 1 blocker.
Yeah. So our fans in the chat know if there is a penalty like a delay a game or like a non-specific skater, if there's an overall team penalty, it normally gets assessed to the captain, and the captain has to serve that penalty.
Yes.
So that's just one role that a captain takes.
Do you captain very often? Because I used to captain all the time, and I was always so worried when I would have to take penalties for other people.
I have not been bestowed captain.
We need to make that happen. Okay, so I've been expelled, and I've still done some derby things that you haven't done, but I also make sure that you get to do the things that I've done, like announcing. So next we've got to get you a captaincy and an expulsion.
You know what? If my team would like to honor me with that captaincy, I would be very honored.
I'll start the campaign.
I do have a healthy rule set knowledge, which I think is important when captains and alternates come in for official reviews, so you kind of sound like you know what you're talking about. But it's all a learning process. And that
as this jam begins, Lansing establishing themselves as lead jammer. That is number 18, Herderino.
Very fancy footwork on the outside to get through for lead.
Multi-pass jamming for Rock. That was pretty. Herderino calling the jam after scoring. I think did they grab any points?
The jammer ref is conferring with the outside pack refs to help determine if they did get around any hips.
No, unfortunately not. It was a close one. So score remains 29-26.
So that was some good work of officials working together to help piece derby together.
And we understand we are still experiencing some technical difficulties. As I mentioned before, anything with buffering we apologize for, and we are going to hopefully on the rewatch you will not see these buffering issues. Sarah Sasson establishing herself as lead jammer for Lansing.
With 8-6 Rock jamming as well.
That's Newcomb.
Doing some helping out as a blocker for the moment. And back into jamming.
Sarah Sasson through for 4 points for Rock, for Lansing, which I believe is a lead change. But Newcomb out right behind and will now be on a scoring pass. Score is currently Lansing 30, Rock 29.
These packs are going very quickly.
Sarah came in that pack real hot. Took a big hit there and immediately called off the jam, trying to keep Rock from scoring any points. So let's see what happened there. One of them got 2 and one of them got 1. Looks like 31 points for Lansing and 31 for Rock. We have a tied
game.
And of course we have buffering issues when we have exciting games that are close. That's just our luck here at Derby Date Night, but we still have fun.
12 is jamming for Lansing and is through for lead jammer.
That's Fox and Mad.
And 427?
412 is Battlescar.
412, thank you. Fans, I apologize for the lack of remembering the names.
That's fine. I got you on the names. Don't you worry.
Battlescar is working very hard to get through, while 1-2 from Lansing is working and stuck behind a hard pack of rock blockers.
All right, as that jam is ending, looks like Lansing is at 34. And
Rock is at 31.
This is interesting because I think this is the lowest scoring game we've had so far in the first half.
Yes.
We have 15 minutes left in the half, and neither team has broken 50. They've barely broken 30. This is a very low-scoring game from these two teams in the championship bracket.
All right, we are in a timeout called by Rock. How does a scientist freshen her breath?
Mint.
With experiments.
I was so close.
You were very close.
Experiments. Love it.
How do false teeth like stars? Or, excuse me, how are false teeth like stars?
I have no idea.
They come out at night.
Oh, my God, that's amazing. That's a good one.
What's a computer's favorite snack?
Bites.
Ooh, that's a good one. Computer chips.
Oh, that's good, too.
What did one volcano say to the other?
You're hot.
I love you.
I love you. I went with Paris Hilton. That's hot.
How do we know if the ocean is friendly?
It waves.
It waves.
Oh, this is fun.
Oh.
All right, looks like we are getting back to the action here.
Oh, my sister just said that my daughter really likes cheese balls.
I really like cheese balls too, and I think you know this already, I talk about cheese on this stream almost every single game.
Yeah.
I do have string cheese in the cooler if you would like any cheese snacks.
Well, I brought up cheese balls.
Of course, you know. Now, is it the orange kind of cheese balls, like the cheesy puffs, or like cheese balls?
No, I'm assuming like the puffs, and that's floor slam cakes for Lansing through for lead jammer.
Followed closely by multipass.
Yeah. No, I'm going to assume it's like the puff snack.
I love that. All right, Slam Cakes calling the jam, trying to see if she can keep multipass from scoring any points.
And that's 3 points for Slam Cakes and 0 for multipass. Are we talking like multipass from what's that Bruce Willis movie?
Somebody said Corbin Dallas multipass in the chat.
Yeah, from what's the Bruce Willis movie? It's a sci-fi movie. What?
No, not Die Hard. that's
The Fifth Element, thank you.
I saw that a long time ago. I do not remember this.
Multipass.
Why am I not
I don't know.
remembering this movie? Okay. Rock through for lead jammer.
It's 8-6 as the jammer.
That is Newcomb.
And Herderino is the jammer for Lansing. Woo! Some nice toe stop, but the Rock's pivot hit them out on the inside and recycling them back. That is 6-3-1-3.
That would be
Chad.
See? Chad.
Chad.
Love Chad. I love that name too. Ooh, Newcomb doing some very pretty swishing and swerving to get through to score 4 points.
Star pass Lansing to 5-7.
Toxic Shock.
And Toxic is sprinting up behind Newcomb.
So Newcomb decides to call it before Toxic Shock can score any points.
And that is 39 points. Rock 37 Lansing. Is that a lead change?
That is a lead change.
We've got a lead change. We got a lead change.
I don't think that's copywritten. Whatever that is.
Listen, the tune was from an episode of a show that I like to watch that uses the word steak night, but I just said lead change.
I think it's acceptable.
And Sarah Sasson is through for lead jammer for Lansing.
Very quickly followed by
4-1-2 for Rock.
Battlescar. 9 times out of 10, it seems to be Battlescar is going to be the Rock jammer because she is, I think, every other jam right now.
Very nice by Sarah Sasson with a little dip on the outside for all 4 points and calling off the jam.
And I'm thinking that's another lead change.
It's a lead change.
41
it's a
to
lead
39.
Change. I'm going to go with not copyrighted because even the little jingle that I like, it's probably copyrighted, but like it's so obscure and it's from 2009, maybe 2008 that it aired on. Like it's so obscure at this point.
We are big nerds. That's all I have to say about that. That was a beautiful. She saw it. That's Fox and Mad, and she saw that hole on the inside and just took it for lead jammer.
Very nice. Sprint that up. And so we have 8-9. That's multi-pass. I just want to say it like multi-pass.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
And you can't see it, but I'm like holding up my pretend multi-pass.
Fox and Mad, I think, got through for 4 points there and continues to look really confident in this jam as she's approaching the pack.
Multi-pass is through on their initial pass.
And Fox and Mad through on another pass.
And calls it before multi-pass can get any points. Both teams' pivots are in the box. Lansing's pivot is standing, so both teams will start with 3 blockers on the track.
Lansing is at 49 to 39 for Rock.
There's 11:25 left on the period clock in the first half. Thank you, in-house announcers, for that help. All right, jam is on, and we have Rock breaking through on the outside of the pack. That is 4-1-2.
Battlescar.
Every single time. And we have 4 slam cakes.
Ooh, slam cakes. Just a little bit of a tangle up with one of the Rock skaters, and it looks like Slam Cakes is headed to the penalty box.
I believe a low block was assessed.
Slam Cakes didn't look super happy about that one. I was never happy about going to the penalty box, so I understand that. Battlescar getting a little bit stuck in this tripod of Lansing blockers here, but trying to take advantage of this power jam.
And that's 4 points for Battlescar. And calls it freezing, not Battle Cakes. I tried to combine Slam Cakes in the box. So it'll be a power start for Rock.
Lansing 49, Rock 43.
It looks like Newcomb is taking the line for Rock. And the jam is on, and yes, that is Newcomb out as lead jammer.
Slam Cakes is standing.
I got a name before having to look at the number.
You did. It was wonderful.
Newcomb is around on their scoring pass. Slam Cakes is out on the box and back in the pack for their initial pass.
And very jukey back and forth, really trying to find that space. Is not able to, and is pulled back by Chad, forced to recycle there. While in the meantime, Newcomb has gotten through for another 4 points for Rock.
So that's 8 points so far on the jam. And
Rock has now taken the lead.
Slam Cakes is out of the pack and on their scoring pass.
Rock has also gone above 50 points, and you know what that means.
It's a corn joke. Newcomb calls it, getting another 4 points. Another 4 points.
All right, well, while we figure out what the score is, I am going to tell a corn joke here. This is not a joke. Next week there will be an important cornference in London for farmers to discuss trade policies on corn. That is not a joke.
That's like a grandpa joke. Like he wants it to be a joke, but he's just trying.
All right,
he's just
this one's
old.
better. Should you eat corn that has fallen off the stalk? May as well.
I'm like trying to think of all the different corn. All right, Jam is on. The score is Rock 55, Lansing. It's either 45 or 49. I can't quite tell because of the scoreboard.
I think it's 45.
Cool, and we've got about 8 minutes left
49.
in the half. Jam is on, and jamming for Rock is, I have not seen this jammer today. 111.
That is Jam Beasley.
And
yeah.
That's a good name. And Herderino is jamming for Lansing. Jam Beasley is lead jammer and coming around on her scoring pass, hoping to pick up some points and calling it before Herderino can score any points. So let's see. No points either team. So that is a wash. We've got two blockers in the box, one for each team.
I put in the chat that Rock is 55 and Lansing is 45 or 49. We'll find out later. It's a mystery. This is the fun when you are looking at a scoreboard that is a sheet that is hung on a wall that is at a weird angle. So
the wind catches it. And
yes.
Yeah.
We will find out the score, and we will all find out together. All right, Sarah Sasson jamming for Lansing.
And is through for lead jammer, but
followed closely behind by guess who?
Bettle.
Dang
it.
I thought you had that one.
I was like, I know that. Nope. Guess wrong in my brain. Oh, very nice work by Sarah Sasson.
Battlestar getting a little bit tangled up there on the inside line. It was almost a beautiful sneaking through before Sarah Sasson, but just got caught up there. Both jammers getting 4 points there.
And Sarah Sasson calls it from the floor. Getting no point. Oh, that's...
Yep, there were points.
Well, sorry, I was looking at the wrong jam ref. No point, Sarah Sasson.
Rock 59 to Lansing 53.
Oh, now we can tell the difference.
It was
Wonderful.
49. I think that's Slam Cakes for Lansing, and
that is correct.
For Rock, that looks, I think, like Newcomb.
Yes, I looked at the Newcomb skates. They're the blue skates.
Ooh. This is slow. This is a slow one. Usually we've had up there it is.
You get a little bit of an opening, and there's Newcomb through for lead jammer.
Well-earned lead jammer. That one was a hard one.
It was very physical, and Slam Cakes is through on the inside. You know, I don't know if you can see it from here, but when I was out reffing earlier, Slam Cakes has these lovely rainbow glasses.
No, I didn't notice that.
So see if you can see them.
Ooh, yeah, I see it now.
Very nice.
That's
also
nice.
Has, like, I think they're cats now that they're a little bit farther away. Yeah, cats on the side of their pants.
Okay.
Sorry,
that's amazing.
We're getting a little bit of color on the commentary here, but
that's
you know
what color commentary's for.
Hey.
Rock 63, Lansing 53.
Every time we say color commentary, all I think about is steel magnolias.
You know, we're giving the chat some really good pop culture references here for those who appreciate it.
I hope so. Our jam is on. 111 is jamming for Rock and
That's
is
Jam
through.
Beasley.
Jam Beasley is through for lead jammer, and jamming for Lansing is 12.
Fox and Mad.
Okay, fighting very hard.
Very
with those
shouldery
rock,
pushes.
Yes.
Look at those. That's like you. You do a lot of shouldery pushes too.
Okay.
Oh, I think Jan Beasley's going to the box.
And that'll be a
power
2 minute
jam.
It's a power jam for Lansing, and that'll give us a 2-minute jam.
As she was lead when she went to the box.
Lead. So there's a minute 20 left in the jam. Oh, that's going to be a back block assessed to the Lansing pivot, 5-7.
That's Toxic Shock, and Toxic Shock just returned from a penalty.
And
so
Foxen is around for 4. Jam Beasley is standing in the penalty box as Foxen comes around for another scoring pass. And is working, but getting caught up by Rock's pivot. Jam Beasley is back on the track.
Fox and Matt is getting recycled to the back, taking a little bit of time here. Like we said, this is a 2-minute jam, so I would be exhausted at this point.
Yes, Jam Beasley did some nice pushing to make her way through and getting 4 points.
Toxic Shock is out of the penalty box, so the penalty box is now clear.
It's clear. GM Beasley back around at the front of the pack on a scoring pass. Foxen is working hard. Oh.
But is through for 4 points, both.
Okay. So Foxen gets that helmet cover back on so they can start scoring again. If you're on a scoring pass as a jammer and you take your helmet cover off, you can no longer score any points that you have not passed. So that's why it's very important that the star cover is on your helmet when you're in a scoring pass.
That happened earlier today. There was a jammer that came out of the box and I think went through the pack, and I don't think they had the star on it.
They did not. Yes, it was Boggs. Her and I talked about that because I was jam reffing that, and I saw them take their helmet cover off in the box, and I'm like, you only got 3 points, homie.
Oh, that's a rough one. That's a rough one.
But you know what? Like, when you're in the game, sometimes you just do stuff and you don't even think about it when you're watching.
The score right now, Rock has 71 to Lansing 61.
Okay, we're in
I'm really also enjoying,
timeout.
This is not a part of the game, but our former coach Kelly is on track monkey duty, but it's just watching Kelly watch this game. They are still a coach. A coach is a coach is a coach, and I am watching Kelly watch this game, and it's delightful for me.
I'm delighted that they're here, and their spouse is also here.
Yes.
Working on the NSO crew.
Volunteering all the way from Pennsylvania. Well, and Kelly is all the way from California right now.
Yes, because Kelly is working in California right now.
So
they both flew in from two different
volunteers
states.
coming from both sides of the country to the Smalltown Smackdown. Like, that is commitment to helping serve their former team.
Now, yes, you did say former team. So our friends that are listening, Kelly used to be our coach, and Jan used to be a skater, but because of jobs, moved to Pennsylvania. And I miss them so much.
Is this timeout a timeout or an official timeout?
This is an official timeout, and not an official review. It's an officials have called a timeout to discuss something.
Are you sure it's not an official review?
If it was an official review,
the
jam
okay,
timer would be doing the O. So right now the jam timer has her hands on her shoulders, making like big O's with her arms, and so that is an official. The officials have called the timeout.
I might get this by the end of the weekend. I should know this. I played Derby. I've been a coach. No, okay, not always. You know, Derby is complicated, if anybody hasn't figured that out yet, if you're watching the stream, especially if you're like a family member of someone who plays Derby and they said, hey, watch me play in this tournament, and you're watching this and you're like, what is going on? The most important thing is to watch the person with the star, because they are the ones who are going to score the points, and as long as you can get that, you're good. The other stuff is kind of just gravy.
Yes.
That's kind of the best way that I say it. We have under 3 minutes left in this half.
All right, we are going on. We have about 2.5 minutes left in the half. Newcomb is through for lead jammer for Rock. That was very pretty. Good awareness. Sarah Sasson is still stuck in the pack working those rock blockers.
And through sheer force of will and physicality, Sarah pushed through. That was a well-earned I am out of here, but Newcomb called the jam after scoring, I think, 4 points.
Correct.
Dorothy 75.
The jammer ref is holding up 4 points.
Oh, wait, I forgot to do my corn joke for Lansing going over 50, because we do a corn joke for every 50 points scored.
Did you just say the score?
Yes.
Okay.
Why did the corn stalks hold a ceremony in honor of the scarecrow? To congratulate him for being outstanding in the field.
Oh, my goodness. And that is Bettel.
Scar.
I was like, Bettel. It's Bettel. I got the Bettel. It's through quickly for lead jammer for Rock. And Herderino is jamming for Lansing. We've got a call being assessed to Herderino, the Lansing jammer. So this is going to be a power jam. I don't have an echo machine, so I just made my own echo for power jam. Oh, very good work on the outside by Bettel, but stepped out and so ended up calling it and getting...
That was 22 for Jarmageddon, who forced that call off for Rock.
3 points.
And we will start the next jam with Herderino in the penalty box, so Rock will have a power jam.
And that's
Current
going to
score,
be Jam Beasley jamming.
Great name. Current score, Rock 78 and Lansing 61.
And we've got an official timeout being called. Little discussion, it looks like, between our head ref and jammer ref. Going to give a big shout out to all of our volunteers this weekend. Let's give a big also shout out to Corn Fed. It is no easy feat putting on a tournament. A bout can be stressful enough, but a 2-day tournament is very stressful, a lot of logistics. So woot woot to Corn Fed.
Speaking of the tournament, we are a little bit off schedule, so if you are tuning in hoping to see the 6 p.m. game between South Bend and Chicago, I'm guessing that's going to start a little bit closer to 7. We seem to be running a little bit close to about an hour behind right now. But the next game at, I'm guessing around 7, will be South Bend and Chicago, and then we will have one last game. No, we have 2 more games after that.
We have 2 more games. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
You're reading that,
right.
And I'm like staring at it because I am going to be on wheelie shoes, and I'm like, this 8 o'clock game is going to start at 9 o'clock.
No, we only have one more game after that. So we have South Bend, which is going to probably start at 7, and then we have South Bend and Chicago, and then we have Louisville and Corn Fed, which is supposed to start at 8, so I'm guessing that's actually going to start at 9.
Yes. So now we're on the same page because I was just thinking 2 ahead. You were just thinking 1 past South Bend.
Yep.
And I'm just thinking, okay, so then I'm probably not going to leave here until 11:30.
We're not going to talk about that yet. No, we're not talking about that part yet. We just have 2 more great games of Derby tonight, and we will deal with how exhausted we are later.
It's going to be great Derby, and yes, we're going to be exhausted. Man, I should have got a babysitter for Monday.
And then tomorrow morning, we will start bright and early with a 9 a.m. game between Circle City and Cape Girardeau.
CGRD.
It's a hard one to say. I have learned, and I'm going to make sure that Mel is also learning. We're going to get your confidence in saying Girardeau.
Girardeau.
There you go.
Girardeau, Cape Girardeau. But they are not playing in this game. We are here at the Rock Lansing game, and the jam is on.
Jan Beasley has to just get past 22 from Lansing.
Oh, but her friends have caught back up, but now it's still with 22 and is able to get all around on the outside. Jan Beasley is the lead jammer.
Herderino is standing and will be exiting the penalty box shortly. Has now exited.
Jam Beasley is back around and is scoring, is engaging with the Lansing blockers. Those Lansing blockers are holding very strong as Jam Beasley is calling off the jam and will score no points. Very hard fought for Jam Beasley.
Score remains 78-61. Nope, 80-61. There were 2 points that... Where did those 2 points come from?
You know what? There might have actually been 2 points.
Just said, I said, where'd they come from? And he goes, the jam ref.
Timeout. I looked at the jam ref with the gray for Lansing and said that was for Rock. So apparently Rock scored 2 points. I'm sorry, I looked at the wrong place.
That's fine.
So we are at 84 Rock.
Wait, it's halftime.
Lansing
We get a break.
61. It is halftime. We're going to
go rest our brains, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. Welcome back to Derby Date Night Tournament Edition. I see that Tara has a question in the chat. We have not been able to get the time clock back up, so I will continue to try and update in the chat as much as I can to keep you all updated. We are just about to start the second half of this game in the championship cream of the crop bracket between Rock and Lansing. We have had a very low scoring game and also a very what's it called when two teams are really close together? A very good matchup between these two teams. So Rock currently at 80 points to Lansing 61 points. Tara, you're the best. I also found out earlier that you enjoy Dungeons and Dragons as well as roller derby, and now I know we need to chat at some point about all of our fun little random hobbies.
I'm back.
Great. No one knew you were gone.
Well, you did, and I always tattle on myself.
Which I love about you so much.
Newcomb is through as lead jammer for Rock as we get started in the second half, and Sarah Sasson has made it through as well.
About 3 seconds behind, so Newcomb's going to have about half a track to try and score some points before Sarah starts scoring points of her own.
And Newcomb was able to get at least 1 point before calling it off. I would argue 1 point. I like that the jammer ref is conferring with the outside pack ref, and it was 1 point. Woohoo!
I will also let Sirius Lee know that we have gotten a compliment on our intermission music being bopping. We actually had a date night earlier this week where we listened to all of the music, since we can't have copywritten music, and we selected these very specifically to try and be not super annoying and somewhat fun for you all to listen to in between games.
So you guys can't see the side eye I'm giving that you call that a date night?
We were listening to music together.
Sure. Were you enjoying a nice lemonade too?
Probably.
Or a Diet Coke?
And okay, who is that? You know this at this
Bettel.
point. Yes, Bettel Scar, lead jammer for Rock.
And has gotten 4 points, while 5'7"
Toxic Shock
has
took a
taken
star pass.
Yeah. And Bettel went ahead and called the jam. So that was 4 points for Rock in that jam, 0 points Lansing. And I can't see the scoreboard to give you there we go. It's 85 Rock, 61 Lansing.
You just said that we were big nerds for listening to music for a date night. You realize that we do live streaming for roller derby, and we literally call that a date night. Like, that's the name of our... we're really big nerds with date nights. I don't think we know what a traditional date night actually is.
Yeah. Right now for Mike and I, the date night is just to have a babysitter and go somewhere and take a nap.
I remember that time. That is Fox and Mad for Lansing establishing themselves as lead jammer, and Jam Beasley running right out about half a track behind her.
Foxen is back in the engagement zone, looking for points to score, and calls it off before Jam Beasley can enter the pack. That looks like there's 2 points for Foxen. So to clarify, I have toddlers at home. I have a 3-year-old and a 21-month-old, so what's a date night?
And I remember when that was our date night too, when our kids were a little bit younger, and now we've got one of our kids on camera.
With one of my former students.
Fast.
It's fine.
With one of your other former students, yes. We've got our great volunteers on camera again, volunteering their time, just being bribed by video games and just helping out, so we really appreciate it.
That was an interesting play of roller derby. Slam Cakes is through for lead jammer as Lansing was looking for a low block penalty, and we have Bettel is the jammer for Rock. Didn't even have to say the number. Bettel is getting called on a low block and going to the penalty box. So this will be a power jam for Lansing and Slam Cakes.
Slam Cakes with the toe stops and the shoulders.
And a lot of pushing. Good pushing. Jammer pushing. That's 4 points for... I want to say Bettel Cakes, but it's not Bettel Cakes. No, I'm meshing the two names.
Slam Cakes.
Slam Cakes.
And Bettel Scar.
And Maybe I should go with Slam Scar.
Ooh, what happened there? The crowd definitely reacted, but that was not within our angle.
That was not. There was probably a good block or a good hit to get through with a hole for Slam Cakes, getting 4 more points. And on a scoring pass, tiptoes on the outside line for another 4 points. Bettel is back from the penalty box and engaging the Lansing Jammers at the front of the pack.
Bettel Scar goes by Scar.
Instead of Bettle, okay.
Yes.
That's good to know. I will try and rewire my brain for Scar. Scar is going back to the penalty box for a high block. That is a no thank you when that happens. So we're another power jam for Slam Cakes. Ooh.
Is it another power jam if it's within the same jam?
Yes, because then is it additional?
Yeah, that's true.
It's an additional penalty.
Yep. So Lansing is definitely cutting into this lead here. Right now we're at 79 to 85 Rock. So this lead is now down to only 6 points. And it's less than that now, I think.
Slam worked very hard, chipping away at Rock's lead.
Did not. No points scored? Or are we consulting?
81. Scar did not score a point, but 1 point. And we have an official review being called by Lansing.
Our lead is now cut down into a 4-point lead.
A 4-point lead.
Gilligan's Island. Took me a second.
I was like, is it still technically copyrighted if I change the words?
This is a problem with having a music teacher as my co-announcer. It's fine.
I don't know if it's like because I'm a music teacher or if it's a family trait because my sister does this too.
We have 24 minutes remaining in this half.
All right, I got a joke for you.
Okay.
What animal is always at a baseball game?
Baseball. I have no idea.
A bat.
Of course. Oh my gosh, I should have gotten that one.
What falls in winter but never gets hurt?
Leaves?
That would be in the fall.
Oh, falls in winter. Snow?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I mean, you did think like leaves. That was a good thought process.
I
Wrong
was in
season.
the wrong season.
What did the Dalmatian say after lunch?
That hit the spot. Yeah. I got that one.
What did the kid? Oh, not what. Why did the kid cross the playground?
To play on the swings.
To get to the other slide.
Oh, I was close on that one too. We have not had as many corn jokes, and so I apologize for that, but this has just been such a low-scoring, grinding game that they have not, every time they hit 50 points, there's another corn joke, but we've only had 2 earned corn jokes during this game.
I know. I mean, you set the parameter. You did set the parameter for the corn jokes. I mean, so we could randomly.
But I kind of like your random jokes, too. This
Thanks.
is fun. And I don't get you for the next 2 games. We only get you for this one.
This is a random off of my list, but also a corn joke. What did the little corn say to the mama corn? Where is popcorn?
Oh, I was going to say something with pop. Where's popcorn? I like that one.
What did the limestone say to the geologist?
The limestone?
The limestone. I almost said gynecologist. That is not the same thing. What did the limestone say to the geologist?
Do you have a corona? I don't know. To go with the lime. No?
So I have to really scroll because it just reloaded to the top. Hold on.
That was a horrible guess.
That's not the punchline. I'm sorry. And now it won't open the page. It was something for granite. It was something granite. It was something granite. Oh my gosh. Taken for granted. There we go. Well, sorry.
As the official review continues, let's review our tournament. Oh, and I have been forgetting to say, do not forget to like and subscribe. We really enjoy bringing this to you, but we also really love to have you follow along with us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So please follow along, like and subscribe so you can see where Derby Date Night is coming to a skating park or building near you next. There are 24 minutes and 58 seconds left in this game.
I think that we are going to get information.
Somebody's headed our way.
the official review.
Why do you think that?
The alt ref, because I saw our head ref pointing out to our alt ref our direction.
So someone might be coming to tell us some information. That would be fantastic. Yes, it's happening. No, it's happening.
Tell me. So the official review was Lansing was asking for the black blocker who stayed out of bounds to skated out of bounds to avoid a hit to receive a penalty, and they did not win that official review, so they will not have a second official review.
So Scar was not lead jammer there, but Sarah Sasson was, and Sarah Sasson was forced to be recycled to the back of the pack and noticed that Scar was coming in to start scoring some points. So Sarah decided to call the jam at that point. I think Scar did steal some points there, though, because the score is Rock 86 to Lansing 85. 23 minutes, 54 seconds left in the game.
Wait, did you say 86 to 85?
I sure did.
That's a very close game. And Newcomb is through for Rock as lead jammer, while the Lansing jammer is still in the pack. That's Herderino.
Herderino getting pushed to the inside, forced to recycle.
Thank you.
While Newcomb comes through to score 4 points on the first scoring pass.
The pack is picking up some speed. And Herderino has made it on the outside and is through. Meanwhile, Newcomb is on another scoring pass, has passed all of the Lansing blockers, called it off, and has received 4 more points. So it is 94 Rock, 85 Lansing.
With 22:58 remaining in the half. I'm trying to help out our skaters in the other building who need to know how much time is remaining.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting for the text for my head ref to mean like, hey, come to the official room. I like being here with you.
I enjoy you being here with me.
And the jam is on. And we have Jam Beasley for Rock jamming. Jam Beasley for Rock jamming. Yeah. And it looks like number 12 for Lansing, but let's not go 100% on that one.
Fox and Mad. Fox and Mad trying to get through the Rock blockers.
Jam Beasley is through for lead jammer, and Foxen tried, almost did a star pass, but was like, oh, nope, I have a hole on the inside, and got through.
Jam Beasley re-entering on a scoring pass, trying to get through on the inside, is pushed down and decides to call the jam, hoping that Fox and Mad is not able to score any points. There was an odd moment at the end of that.
There was a delay of the call-off when it looks like the jam ref was trying to assess a penalty, I think, and they thought, no, that wasn't. So there was just a brain pause by the official.
Honestly, it makes complete sense. I think sometimes we expect officials to make calls so quickly, and sometimes it just takes time to like, wait, okay, let me figure out what was going on. Okay, here's my call. So totally cool to take a second, and it's great and fine.
Remember, everybody is human. Officials are human. We volunteer to do this.
Rock 97 to Lansing's 89.
Slam Cakes for Lansing has leapt through on the inside for lead jammer, while Scar for Rock is out of the pack and coming around about 40 feet and closing in on Slam Cakes. Ooh, there was a weird interaction with
one
that.
Skater fell, and then her skates made another skater fall, and then the whole thing caused a no pack. And through all of that, Scar got through for another 4 points, and Slam Cakes
is going to the box.
Yep.
I am not sure if they leapt, but they had gotten through the pack and made contact with the down skater, which could have been avoided. So Slam Cakes is in the box.
Forcing Scar to recycle there as Scar is trying to take advantage of this penalty jam. Power jam, penalty jam. You all know what I mean.
The black pivot is going up to play some offense. That's 6-3-1-3. Now all the blockers are going up.
Chad. That was Chad.
Chad.
Oh, Chad.
And Jam. Scar is through for 4 points. Coming back around as Slam Cakes is out of the box, and Chad is bringing them back.
Rock has now broken the 100 mark. They are at 105. You know what that means.
That's just my little ditty I made up.
That's your I'm excited for a corn joke little ditty.
Yes, and Slam Cakes is through on their initial pass. Oh, no, that's a scoring pass for Slam Cakes, 4 points for Lansing. And Scar is through for 4 points.
We have 17 seconds left in this jam, and nobody is lead.
Because lead was lost.
That is correct. Ooh, nice defense there by Rock to slow down Slam Cakes.
Chad had really good listening. They heard the no pack and was going into block and then stopped, which is when you hear a no pack you want to do.
So lots of scoring for both teams on that one. Rock 113, Lansing 97 with 19-12 remaining in the game. Lansing 97. And since a corn joke was earned, I had better give it to you.
Yes.
How do you make sweet corn? You whisper sweet nothings in its ear.
That is Sarah Sasson through for lead jammer for Lansing. Yeah, that's right. I just ignored that. With Newcomb getting out of the pack for the rock jammer, and is about, it's, you know, now it doesn't matter now. Sarah Sasson is calling it off. Hopefully picked up a few points. We'll see. Waiting for that. Picked up 2 points. And Rock with Newcomb did not pick up any points. So Lansing is chipping away at Rock's lead.
Lansing is at 99, which means we are about to have another corn joke if Lansing can just score one more point.
I have a feeling that might happen with 18 minutes left in the half.
This has been a low-scoring game, though.
Very impressive, yes. And with both teams already playing today, I think they are keeping some good cool. The jam has started. Both packs are nice and slow. I love a good low. As a jammer, I do not like a good low and slow.
Jan Beasley
is through for lead jammer for Rock.
And I think that's Herderino for Lansing.
I would agree on that.
Just really getting stuck behind a really strong pack of blockers there.
Chad hit out to the outside. Hit Herderino to the outside. Jan Beasley is through for 4 points. And there is a star pass there
Toxic Shock.
To Toxic Shock. Thank you.
Jan sees Toxic Shock coming behind. Is looking like she's going to try to score some points and call it maybe.
Jan Beasley called the jam. There looks like there's some weird contact. Good thing skaters are talking. I don't think it was after the whistle, but I do like seeing the camaraderie and making sure that we are okay.
When Toxic Shock kind of fell there and was apologizing to the other skater, she was really looking up, and it was a nice moment of I'm so sorry.
There is an awkward pause on. The jam has been called with the Lansing coach trying to call a timeout. In the confusion, okay.
Newcomb established lead jammer, and Rock will control this jam. We've got 16 minutes and 20 seconds left. Oh, sliding through untouched. There's a pivot panty on the ground.
Yes. So my brain got a shiny thing, got awkward. At the last moment, they tried to get a pivot. Lansing tried to get a pivot panty, and the jam whistle was start, and there was no pivot. And so
there is no pivot for.
There is no pivot.
So Fox and Mad, the jammer for Lansing, will be the jammer this whole jam no matter what, because there is no pivot out there.
But Newcomb is lead jammer and on a scoring pass. And the Rock blockers are trying to go up and break up some of the Lansing pack. Newcomb scores 2 points and calls off the jam.
Just a little over 15 minutes left in this game. Rock 127 to Lansing. What's that number?
103.
What does that mean?
It's a corn joke time, and there's an official an official timeout.
I don't know if I like this joke, but I'm going to read it anyway. What kind of a party is held in a cornfield?
I don't know.
A cornball?
Oh, yeah. Have you ever not, like, they're like a fall treat where it's like you take popped corn.
I know what
and
a
then,
cornball is because you just told me your child likes corn balls. Remember? No,
No,
that was
it's
cheese
cheese
balls.
balls.
But cornball.
A cornball, and I think it could be like you put it with caramel, but you take popcorn and you like mix it with something sticky and you make it in a ball.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, since I didn't understand that
It was
joke, we're going to do another one.
It was more popular. I think it got out of popularity after the 90s.
Well, yeah.
Snacks evolved.
I already said that one. Let's see. What happened? Okay, this one's bad. What happens if you swallow? No, it's bad funny. Like it's so bad it's funny. What happens if you swallow a whole corn cob?
I don't know.
You get constipated.
Poop jokes.
You know, until I was a mom of 2 boys, I never found poop jokes funny. And then now I'm surrounded by a family of boys, and sometimes poop jokes can be just a little funny.
Listen.
Nope,
we're
not going
funny.
there. We're
they're
not
just
going
funny.
there on the
they're
stream.
They're just funny. That's all I'm saying is that they're funny. I wasn't going to read more poop jokes.
Okay, extra corn joke because I don't want to stay on this topic. In the corn maze, I felt like I was being stalked. It was eerie. But All right, how much time is left for our skaters in the other building?
15 minutes and 33 seconds.
And Rocket's at 129 and Lansing is at 103. This game is not, like, nobody is running away with this game.
What is a little bear with no teeth called?
I have no idea.
A gummy bear.
Of course. We're both going to have to come up with more jokes for tomorrow because we're going to go through them all today.
What do you call a noodle that is fake?
An impasta.
Oh, thank you,
Nice
Mama
job,
Petit. An
props.
impasta. What's an alligator in a vest called? Do I have to re-say that?
Dapper?
An investigator.
Oh, I like that one. All right, since we have not talked about it for a few minutes, first of all, don't forget to like and subscribe on all of our different places that you can do so. You can also see our digital program if you go to any of CornFed's social medias, and you can vote for your fan favorite. So one fan favorite from every team will be chosen at the end of the tournament. So go ahead and show some love to your favorite skater by going and looking at that digital program. We also will be playing another game shortly. I know our schedule says that South Bend and Chicago we're going to start playing at 6 o'clock. That's clearly not happening. I'm guessing it's going to be closer to 7. We're going to see South Bend and Chicago. And then after that, we will have our last game of the night tonight, which will be Louisville versus CFDD. And then tomorrow morning, we'll have Circle City and Cape play at 9 a.m. And then the winner of this game will play at... Oh, that winner of this game goes to the championship. Yeah, winner of this game goes to the championship tomorrow evening at 5 o'clock.
It's CFRD now.
Oh, it's CFRD now. I was with CFDD for a long time. But
Yes.
with the rebranding, we are
yes.
now CFRD. Many teams rebranded in the past few years because Derby is an inclusive community, and we want to make sure everyone feels included.
I got a cheese joke for you.
Mm-hmm.
What
you
is
know I love cheese.
What is cheese? What is cheese that doesn't belong to you?
Nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese. I have like a 2-joke part, but I can't. I tried to think of it all of a sudden. I was like, nope. That's no Gouda.
That's no Gouda. Okay, that's a good 2-parter. I gotta get my hat is off to you.
Okay, where'd the one? Oh, there it is. What did the toddler toss the Why did the toddler toss the butter out the window?
Butterfly.
So she could see a butterfly.
Yeah. Love it.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh, I already
We're
did that
getting
one.
our picture taken. We should
Hey. Love it. Why is Cinderella so bad at playing football?
smile. I literally just read the answer
You
off
did.
your phone. So
She
I'm not
runs
gonna
away
try.
from the ball.
Aw.
Maybe we'll put it this way. What is a really sad strawberry called?
I don't know.
A blueberry.
Oh,
That is sad.
sad strawberry. That always makes me think of VeggieTales. I'm so blue.
Hey, copyright.
I know. I did this. I did the singing this
What's
time.
a pirate's favorite class at school?
Our architecture.
That's
Seriously, says.
for a high school pirate. Art.
Art. Oh, these jokes, we got them all day.
Why does Peter Pan fly around so much?
Because he never lands.
There you go.
I love a good predictable joke.
Why did the math book go to the guidance counselor?
Nope. Don't have any idea.
He had so many problems.
So many problems. That is very true.
All right, one more.
Okay,
What
one
kind
more.
of shoe does a banana peel love wearing?
Slippers.
Slippers.
I like that I can guess some of these. All right, this is a long official review. I wonder if anybody will tell us what's going on with this one.
That would be really nice, because inside my head right now, there's that game show that airs that used to be hosted by Alex Trebek, and that theme song is running through my brain right now.
You're not gonna sing
so
that
if
one.
you have it in your brain at home, maybe you could hum along out loud to keep yourself entertained. But that's kind of what's going on in my brain right now. But this is important. We want to, discussions are important.
Again, to remind you, the score is Rock 129 to Lansing 103, and we have 15 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game. And that whistle means we are going to be returning to Derby, and I don't see anybody headed our way, so we are never going to find out what that was.
That's all right. We're going to roll. Lansing taking the line is Sarah Sasson.
We're going to roll.
We're gonna
Get
I didn't even mean it.
Nice.
And then for Rock, jamming is Jam Beasley.
Jan Beasley.
And that's going to be a cut assessed on Jam Beasley with Sarah Sasson through for lead jammer. This is a power jam Lansing.
Toxic Shock knew she had gotten that cut. Yeah, that was. Oh,
Jam Beasley is
yeah,
the
but Toxic Shock got it. Toxic Shock is the one who pulled
got
back.
it. Got
Yep.
it. So this is the chance in this power jam for Lansing to help chip away at that lead.
Sarah Sasson looking for some offensive help from her blockers.
And Sarah Sasson is through for 4 points.
Jan Beasley is standing.
Lansing's blockers are going up to help break apart, so Sarah Sasson can get through on the inside, virtually untouched for 4 points.
14 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Jim Beasley is back in the pack trying to push the last Lansing blocker out and is through on their first initial pass. Coming back around for scoring. Sarah Sasson back in the pack looking to score and through for 4 more points.
Beautiful run up the inside line there by Sarah
That was very
Sasson.
nice. Jim Beasley is on a scoring pass. I don't know if Lansing is aware of that or if they're just wanting to run the jam since Sarah Sasson is having a good run this jam. And speaking of that, Sarah Sasson is out for another 4 points. So
That
we've
lead
got
is
to
down
be
to 10 points.
Down to 10 points. I was like, we got to be getting close to a 20-point jam here by Sarah Sasson.
Right now it's 129 to 119 with 13 minutes left on the game clock.
And there's Sarah Sasson through for another 4 points, and I think that has hit a 20-point jam.
Great job by
Fantastic.
Lansing cutting into that lead, and now we are down to a 6-point lead, 129 to 123. Oh wait, 132 to 123. So Rock did get a few points there.
Right.
So it's a 9-point lead.
12 jamming for Lansing, and Newcomb is around on the outside with some very fancy spinning as lead jammer for Rock. Foxen is working on that Lansing block wall there on the inside, while Newcomb
with a
is
little
able
apex
to
jump.
Yeah, for 4 points. Foxen is out on their initial pass coming around. Newcomb's looking to score a few more points.
Newcomb asking for some help from her offense. A little offense from her defense.
Yes.
However
I knew
you
what
would
you
want it,
meant, but the clarification for at home. And it looks like there were 3 points for Rock and possibly 3 points for Lansing, but I did not see all the fingers before putting down, before the jam refs put it down. The score is 139 Rock to Lansing's 126.
With 12 minutes remaining.
So 13-point jam. Excuse me, not a 13-point jam, a 13-point differential. Jam is on. Got Sarah Sasson jamming for Lansing, and
Sarah Sasson is lead jammer for Lansing.
Scar is jamming for Rock. That Lansing
Oh,
wall.
big hit
Ooh.
from Toxic Shock.
Scar is through on her initial pass.
Sarah Sasson getting a little bit caught up, but is able to get through for 4 points and calls it before Scar can come in and score any points, bringing that score to 139 to 130. 11 minutes left in the game. Lansing is just keeping it close. They're like, we're not letting anybody run away with this. And if we know anything from the last game, this is anybody's game.
That is
because
very
that lead
true.
was changing all the way to the very last jam.
Oh, we got 10 minutes, just under 11 minutes left in the game. Slam Cakes had some fancy leaping footwork on the inside line and is through for lead jammer, while Newcomb is trying to break through those Lansing blockers.
I think is that Chad and Toxic Shock?
We're thinking
Jarmageddon.
We're thinking opposite packs.
Yep.
Chad is out there, but that is for
It's Jarmageddon.
Okay. And Slam Cakes gets 4 points, calls it up before Newcomb can come around and score any points. So Lansing
Doesn't that mean cutting into that lead even more?
chipping into that lead just a little bit more.
139 to 134.
Chip. This is a 5 point
You better get
game.
some salsa for those chips.
Oh. Spicy or mild?
Oh, spicy. 100% spicy.
Yeah, I need
This
mild.
is some spicy chips.
Oh, I need the mild. It upsets the belly. I'm old. An official review is being called by Rock, it looks like.
How much time is left?
I cannot see. 9 minutes and 56 seconds. I couldn't see, but then an official moved and I could see. I'm going to take this official review. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go check in to make sure I am
Sounds
not
like a plan,
needed.
since you do have another job to do today and you need to make sure that things are going fine with the ref
Yes.
crew.
So I will be right back.
Our track monkey receiving some emotional support from a corn-fed skater, just helping with track repair here, making sure that nobody needs any track repair and that everything is safe for the skaters. This is a 5-point game, and we only have 9 minutes and 56 seconds left. So this has just been a fantastic tournament here in Muncie, Indiana. So if you're anywhere nearby and you want to come in, tomorrow we will be playing even more derby starting at 9 a.m. We'll have 5 different games tomorrow. So you are still definitely welcome to join. Thanks for joining us here. We've got some great camera people, so want to shout them out again for their fantastic work helping us out with our cameras and helping us have a good stream for you all today. We don't have access to the scoreboard like we usually do, but we're trying to keep you as updated as we can, even though we aren't able to show you the scoreboard on the stream. Hopefully we'll be able to rectify that tomorrow, but if not, we'll just continue to do what we're doing, and hopefully you can enjoy this weekend of derby with our corny Father's Day jokes. Tomorrow I do need to bring a lot of dad jokes. I think today was a corn joke day. Tomorrow might be a lot of good dad jokes. I don't know, are there dad jokes about dads? Probably. So the game after this one is going to be South Bend versus Chicago, and they are in the the championship bracket, cream of the crop. And they will. So whoever wins this game with Rock versus Lansing will be playing the winner of the next game, South Bend versus Chicago, in the championship game tomorrow at 5 o'clock. The loser of this game will be, let's see, playing again tomorrow at 11 a.m. So whoever does not win this game will be playing in our second game tomorrow at 11 a.m. And today, after South Bend and Chicago, we will have one more game of Louisville versus Corn-Fed Roller Derby. And then we will take a break for sleeping. So I was just informed that Chicago challenged a track cut. They thought that Lansing had a track cut happen in that last jam. The officials discussed it, and they decided that there was no track cut, and so Chicago will not retain their review, so that they have used their review, and that is now done, and no penalty will be assessed to Lansing. A great use of an official review by Chicago, even though they didn't get it. That's a great reason to use an official review, is to try and get a jammer in the penalty box. And even though it wasn't retained, there's only 9 minutes left in the game, and if you've got a review to use, why not use it, even though it wasn't retained? So
Did I make it back before we started?
You made it back before we started. I just was informed of what that official review was, and let the teams know. Where is Rock from? They are Roller
Derby of Central
Roller
Kentucky.
Derby of Central Kentucky.
And Rock is through with Scar as lead jammer. And, Foxton is the jammer for Lansing. Trying to use her blockers to help get through.
Ooh. Fox and Mad getting pushed to the outside and being forced to recycle.
Scar is on a scoring pass and gets hit out on the outside by 95. Foxton is through on their initial pass and is coming around to score, where Scar listens to her bench, calls the jam, and scores 3 points. 3 points. So we have a score of 142 Rock to Lansing's 134.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say Chicago. I know that Rock is Central Kentucky. I don't know why my voice said Chicago.
I didn't even hear you say it.
I didn't notice me saying it, so thank you, chat, for noticing that, because Chicago is here, but they are not Rock.
And we're on
it's
another
been 11
jam.
hours of streaming so far. Whew.
Herderino is jamming for Lansing and pushing against a very solid and trying a slow Rock wall, while Jam Beasley is pushing the Lansing blockers out up the front, working very hard up the middle, on the sides, and on the outside is lead for lead jammer, while Herderino is being recycled to the back by Chad. Sorry,
Chad.
I just smacked you.
Thank you for hitting me in the arm.
And there has been a
Chad
star
move.
pass to Toxic. Jam Beasley is on a scoring pass, trying to rack up those points by passing those hips before Toxic makes it back and decides to call it for 3 points.
There's a little bit under 8 minutes left in this game, and Rock has now extended their lead, 145 to 134. It's still darn close.
The jam is on. We have Sarah Sasson sneaking up and jetting up that inside line for lead jammer, while we have Newcomb working through those Lansing blockers and is able to get through. Sarah Sasson is coming back and is scoring, working easily through those Rock blockers as Newcomb comes through. That was very intense. All four for Sarah Sasson, and Newcomb got to get 1 point.
I love stealing just a little point. It's always fun that way.
Just a little point.
146, 138 with how much remaining? 6:49 remaining.
Sure, I have an official in my way, which is not a complaint, just saying. I cannot see the scoreboard. Thank you. 6:38 has been confirmed. Jam is on. We have Slam Cakes for Lansing jamming versus... and Slam Cakes jukes to the inside and tiptoes up the line for lead jammer, while Scar gets recycled to the back and runs into her own blockers. Slam Cakes is back in the pack for a scoring pass and is able to get through on the inside for all 4 points. Scar is knocked out and takes off the helmet cover, looking for their pivot, which is Chad. Scar is pushing through. Those are some really hard hits. Those have been some strong Lansing walls. I would not want to jam up against them. Some nice feet work by Scar on the outside for around a blocker.
This is currently a 4-point lead right now. 146, 142 Lansing.
Slam
Rock
Cakes
146, Lansing 142.
has been killing it. Little jukey tiptoe on the action, but did step out. Got a penalty assessed to a Lansing blocker, so making that a smaller wall for Scar.
Both these teams want this win so badly right now. They are both fighting so hard.
I mean, did you see the little trophies that are over there?
Oh, those trophies are amazing.
Yeah. Slam Cakes is through for another 4 points. There has been a star pass to Chad.
146, 146.
It's a
tie game.
And Slam Cakes is in a scoring pass and has calling it.
5 minutes left, and is that a lead change
That's a
or
one,
is it a tie?
That's a 1 point. And so that is a lead change. 147 Lansing to 146 Rock. I know. We are just talking over each other.
Because we're excited. It's okay. And there's 5 minutes left in this game. 4 minutes, 40 seconds.
So just under 5. Oh, it's a good one. All right. We got Newcomb jamming for Rock and is sneaking on the out. Not really a sneak, a twirl on the outside for lead jammer. And we have 12 Foxen on Lansing jamming. Foxen was looking for their blockers to go up the inside, but was able to sneak out on the outside. Newcomb is back in the pack on a scoring pass, twirling around the jammers, and Foxen is coming up into scoring position. It looks like they're going to run this jam a little bit longer. That's 4 points for Rock as Newcomb comes back into a scoring. And it looks like it's a power jam. I'm not exactly sure what Foxen was called on, but here's a chance for Newcomb and Rock to add up some more points and get that lead going up.
Rock is at 154 right now, so we have another lead change with Lansing at 147.
Why is I like that my anxiety is not through the roof where I feel like it should be. And from the ground with a weird hit, Newcomb calls the jam. 2 points are added on there. I love seeing skaters checking in with each other.
A little bit over 3 minutes left in this game with Rock scoring 156, Lansing 147.
I feel like I have butterflies in my stomach, and it's not because I'm excited about seeing somebody, and it's those kind of butterflies. It's the excitement.
We will be starting this next jam with Foxen in the penalty box, but she is standing, so she won't be there for long.
Jim Beasley is the jammer for Rock. I feel like that 30 seconds in between the jam went really, really fast.
Foxen is out of the box, so this is anybody's lead at this point because no one has established lead.
That Lansing wall is really holding Jam Beasley. Jam Beasley is really working hard to break them apart and push them out so Jam Beasley can hopefully get lead, while in the back, Foxen is doing a great job. Was a little jumpy jukey, but now is back to pushing. And Jam Beasley is through for lead jammer. We have we have quite a few blockers going to the penalty box for failure to reform.
I think from both teams, we've got at least one.
Mm-hmm. And that was a nice side block, but it looks like there was a forearm in there. So Toxic is going to the box as the jammer because there was a helmet cover pass. So this will be a power jam with Jam Beasley being the lead jammer.
Currently score is 156 Rock, 147 Lansing, and we have 1 minute and 50 seconds left in this game.
Jim Beasley was hit out by number 3 on Lansing. Oh, you covered all the names.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Lansing, that is...
Strega.
Oh, good, because I looked at the wrong line. I was like, that's not number 3. So... Jim Beasley called it off, freezing Toxic in the box as the jammer. The score is 159 Rock to Lansing's 147 with a minute 35 left on the clock.
We've got Toxic Shock in the penalty box as the jammer, so we will start this next jam with Rock having a power jam, but Rock also does have a blocker in the box, so they will only have 3 blockers and a power jam. They will not have those full 30 seconds because Toxic has already sat there for a few seconds.
There is a timeout currently happening, so this is a good time for Rock to be thinking strategy. How are we going to block off the line? Who's jamming? What does that jammer want? Every jammer wants their blockers to do different things. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of communication. And even sometimes you communicate and that doesn't always happen. You just got to roll with it. So this is a good time. Everybody take a breather.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try and talk some strategy.
I love to try and guess what teams are going to try and do here. I mean, obviously both teams are going to try to get lead jammer. So if I was Lansing, we're going to hold until Toxic can get out and hopefully establish lead. Rock is going to try to establish lead quickly, and I'm guessing maybe call it.
The way that they're lined up, I would hope that Rock is going to try and pinch Lansing to the outside, but they tried, but one of the Lansing blockers was just a little bit quicker and hit Newcomb out. And so Newcomb is fighting through the blockers. There's 2 up at the front, 2 Lansing, and is around on the inside for lead jammer. And meanwhile, Toxic for Lansing is standing in the box. Both packs are at full force with 4 blockers apiece, and Toxic has been released to the box and is coming around on their initial, where Newcomb is coming around for a scoring
We
pass.
have just over a minute left in this game.
Okay. A good catch by Chad on Rock, catching Newcomb and hitting them out, having to force to be recycled. Newcomb is through for 4 points and coming back around on the back of the pack. There is a cut being assessed to the Lansing jammer.
Lansing, that would be Toxic Shock heading to the box, which means Rock has another power jam here. Currently scores 163 Rock, 147 Lansing with 30 seconds left in this game. There's 50 seconds left in this jam, so this could be the end of the game here.
This could be it. Thinking about what the coach might do is just to run the clock where they are point-wise, have the Rock jammer, have Newcomb play safe, and just run out the period clock and then call it.
Yep.
That's what I would do as a jammer.
10 seconds left in the game. I don't think they're going to call it because they're ahead right now, so I think this may be the way that this game ends in 3 seconds.
Toxic is out of the box. Chad is meeting them at the back. And then it's exactly what Rock's coach had them do, running out the period clock and had Newcomb call it for another 4 points. The unofficial score is Rock 171 to Lansing's 147.
Fantastic game. They kept it close. There were so many lead changes in those last 5 minutes. Amazing job by both teams.
If these last 2 games are what the what's the top bracket called again? The cream of the crop. If that is what the games are going to bring going into the rest, I'm going to need an extra anxiety pill.
I know. It's amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here for these past 2 games and announcing with me. It has been a delight, and I'm going to miss you, but I will enjoy watching you ref in these next 2 games.
I'll be back tomorrow morning. I will come and help with the 9 a.m. game.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated.
And then I will be there. And there is the rolling whistle. It is official. Everyone out on the stream, it has been lovely. I will see you tomorrow.
But for the rest of you, I am still here. And so in about 30 minutes or so, we will be starting our next game of South Bend and Chicago. We are still in that cream of the crop bracket. And so one of these 2 teams will be playing Rock in the championship tomorrow. So stick around. We'll see you in 30 minutes to see who is going, whether it's going to be South Bend or Chicago, who plays Rock tomorrow.